Doing today?
Good. How are you?
All right. How you doing?
I'm good.
All right. So, are y'all together or just?
Yeah, we're engaged.
Okay, that's great. That's great. That's great. Oh, that's awesome. I'm just asking people, questions about where they are, kind of spiritually speaking.
My name's Kel. I'm a Christian. Been a Christian all my life. Grew up in Oklahoma City, mainly. Went to Air Force right out of high school.
Okay.
Did that for a couple of years and came back home and got in trouble in prison.
Yep. How long you had to be there?
Prison 6 years.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
Got out about a year and a half ago.
You good, everybody?
So my name's Laura, and I'm from Little Rocks. I grew up. I went to Life Christian Academy when I was young. I've been in and out of trouble, and I've seen both sides of everything.
Yes,
you know
ma'am.
what I mean? I've been through treatment. We both have.
Graduated treatment 2 days ago.
I'm sorry. Say that
He
again.
graduated rehab 2 days ago.
Really?
Yeah.
What was
so,
it? Yeah. Okay.
We both have really good families. I mean, we're just, we were the black sheep, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
now we know where we want to go with our lives.
Sure.
You know what I mean? We want to help other people that need it, that are forgotten or, in the shadows.
Yeah. See, I was a black sheep too. I appreciate y'all sharing that with me. I've grown up in the hood, man. I was doing things I had no business doing. I was breaking into people's houses, running around with the wrong people, man. And I got jumped by some gang members, man, and almost killed me.
Yeah.
And this is where I started thinking differently about life, and it happened kind of at an early age.
Never listened to that voice. Like he said, I knew what I was doing. Like I thought I was on top of the world. You know what I mean? My parents were well off. I had a 72 Chevy short bed when I was 15.
Wow. Yep.
I grew up wealthy. Not wealthy, but I didn't want for
You
anything.
didn't want, right.
As long as we worked all week, played on the weekend, was in church Sunday morning. Like, we didn't have nothing, no
Yes, ma'am.
problems. But you ignore that voice that we all try to shut out, you're not going to make it.
Yeah, that's a good word.
I mean, that's your higher power. That's a lot of people don't want to believe that that's your higher power. You know what I mean? Whatever your higher power may be, but that's what I believe it is.
What do you think happens to a person when they die?
I really, I don't know.
Okay. All right, I want to hear
My dad used to tell me that you go and you sit in the waiting room and you wait for the rest of your family to get there, and then you all go and stand in front of God because you're there with your families.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
I really don't know. I don't believe in hell. I don't.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Like, what do you think happens to a person when they die?
Well, I know it's written in the Bible that you are to go before a judge,
Stand in judgment.
and stand in judgment, and one of your actions you made in life, and it's to determine what's your future, whether it's going to be fun or not.
Have you ever heard what the gospel message is? You have any idea what the gospel is? Well, let me try to explain it to you. But what I want to do is, because 150,000 people die every single 24 hours.
It's crazy.
Every single 24 hours, about almost 2 people per second.
That makes me so sad, dude.
When all of our lives have an expiration date on it, Lord, right? Mm-hmm. Like, there's going to be a time where we're going to stand in judgment. We're going to stand before God. Mm-hmm. And so you said something about you don't believe in hell. You have any idea what happened to Hitler when he died? Mm-hmm. You know who Hitler was. Mm-hmm. And so really, there's a lot of things you have done and I have done that I have never been called for. Mm-hmm. Stand before the final judge.
Absolutely.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Yeah.
And so so that's why I know that the Bible says hell exists, because Jesus says that hell exists. Did you know that in the Bible, that Jesus says?
I didn't know that, actually.
Yep.
That was kind of like the way my dad used to explain it or whatever. But he basically said that the waiting room that you're sitting in waiting for your family to come with you, every time that door opens, you're like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? And you want that to be your loved one, you know what I mean?
Right.
So that's your hell.
Yeah. Well, you don't.
I don't know.
Well, here's the deal. We don't want to stand before God guilty.
Right.
So let me give you the x-ray, because if you're going to the doctor and the doctor says you had a terminally ill disease, you want to ask the doctor, okay, doctor, how would you prove that I had this disease? Well, he's going to give you the x-ray before he gives you the cure. So what I want to do is show you guys the x-ray, that if you stood before God in judgment, you don't want to spend eternity in hell. Because there's been many people that have stood before God and said, God, you were my Lord. And God, in the end, God told them they never knew him. God said, I never even knew you. So let me give you let me give you the good person test first. This is an X-ray to try to see where you are. Oh, thank you. So this is not me judging you, just for you to X-ray your soul. How many lies have you told in your life?
Too many to count.
How about you, brother?
More than enough for both of us.
All right, have you ever stolen anything?
Absolutely.
All right. Same thing? All right, me too. I broke into a church one time and stole something.
Oh, I would never do that, sir. Never do that.
Well, here's another one. Jesus said, if you look at someone with lust, you commit adultery in your heart. Have you ever had sex out of marriage, pornography, or anything to do with sex outside of God's design?
Guilty.
Guilty? All right. Pretty much.
Guilty.
All right. Also, what letter is in the middle of the word sin? All right. So anytime I do what I want to do, instead of what God has told me to do, who did I just put over God?
Sin.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sin.
okay.
Well, you hit it on the head. Sin. Exodus 20, that you should not have any other gods before me. That's the first commandment. And we just put ourselves over God. All right. Have you ever used God's name in vain?
Yes.
His name is a cuss word.
I sometimes slip all the time, but
Yes, ma'am.
I'm the one that's like, it's not GD, that's a beaver. Beaver built the dam. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Have you ever been angry with somebody? You almost felt like you could put some pain on them.
Yeah.
All right. Man, also honest. Do you have any idea what the Bible equates that with? When say it again?
Murder.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not judging you guys, but just like I just gave you an examination of your soul, and if you were to stand before God guilty right now, if God came back for the breath He let you borrow right now today, what do you think He's going to do to you on the day of judgment?
I believe this with my whole every ounce of my being.
Right.
God knows our hearts.
He does.
He knows us before anything else.
Yes, ma'am.
You can't lie to that man.
That's
you
right.
can't try to pull the wool over his eyes. He knows your heart.
Yes, ma'am. What do you think He's going to do to you on the day of judgment?
He gives probably the worst news ever.
Yeah.
Honestly.
That's
I mean,
not funny,
you-
babe.
Not laughing.
Like driving around with drugs and not hoping to get caught?
Talking to God the whole time. Okay, I promise you.
No, I'm not laughing at you.
God's laughing.
No.
This is the last time. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? I just
Yeah,
said
yeah.
you're my big homie. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
don't let me get caught.
I promise
Well-
you, he was.
God's kindness and grace leads us towards repentance. What I just did is just showed you something about your soul. So here's the deal: you stood before the judge. Like if you could pay the judge off, and that judge let you walk, and then give you your appropriate punishment, what kind of judge would he have been?
Hypocrite.
He'd have been a hypocrite. He should not be ruling as a judge. Well, I want you to think about the same thing stands before God. Like, man, we've done things that we deserve to be cast in hell for. If you could pay God off and He let you in,
I wouldn't take his money.
well, if you could pay God off, like if you could pay God off to get in,
Okay.
God, and He accepted your money or your payment, what kind of God would He be?
I was gonna say I wouldn't go in then.
He would be a false God. So God is gonna give you what you deserve. See, God can't just overlook your sin.
No.
If He did, He would be a horrible God. He couldn't rule. You know what I'm saying? So the reality of it is, if you did stand before God, the Bible says He'll do what a good judge does. And the Bible says the wages of sin, the paycheck for sin, is hell. It's not because God is bad. It's because He's good. He's fair. He has to do what a good judge does.
You're absolutely right.
You hit it on the head.
Yeah.
And just think about it. You got people in your family that you love. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Same thing for you. What if somebody was to take the life of somebody you love by murder? What would your reaction be?
I was in a situation like God needed him more than I did, or
Yeah.
it's everything happens for a reason, or that's supposed to happen that way. I mean,
This person that took the life of somebody you love, what if they try to pay you off? Could they pay you off after they murdered your mom or one of your kids? Or,
for him, it's a different story. That's a whole different story.
oh, really? Because you love your
Yeah,
dog?
you
Yes.
can't.
All right. But
I'm
here,
a firm believer in karma's God's right hand man.
I'm with you.
I
But-
mean, honestly, karma is. That's how
It's
I
his
look
right-hand
at it.
man. I
Like,
love
I
it.
don't have to act on what they did because God's gonna handle that.
That's right. All right, put it like this. If somebody murdered somebody that you love, they couldn't do enough to pay you off. You have any idea who killed Jesus?
'Cause
Law enforcement.
You know who else killed Jesus?
Dude,
You did.
wait, what? How?
And you did.
The crowd, I mean,
You know, and I did. You know why?
You gotta,
But-
you gotta tell me some stories or something.
because why did Jesus go to the cross?
To die for our sins.
So who put him there?
We did. Oh, wicked. That is so effed. That is so effed.
So I want you to think about it. How much good do you think you can do to pay God off after you killed his son?
Man, that's some terms right there.
Okay, say I murdered your son, and at the end of all of it, what is my outcome? I'm able to come and sit down with your family and talk. You know what I mean?
You think I want to talk to you?
I mean, no, but God blesses people.
He does. All right, so let me just give you the reality. The Bible says that no liar, no thief, and no blasphemer will enter the kingdom of heaven. We've all sinned against a righteous God. We deserve his wrath. All right? But now here's the good news, and I'll close with this. What did God do for guilty sinners so they won't have to go to hell?
Give them the ability to be redeemed. Like he asked for forgiveness and
ask for forgiveness and I shall free you from your sins.
You ready for this? Even if you ask God for forgiveness, you still go to hell. Now let me tell you why. A lot of people are going to stand before God, just like, let's just say somebody murders somebody, they stand before the judge, they're going to ask for forgiveness, right?
Why?
They will, because they don't want the pain.
Right.
They don't want the pain. So a lot of people say, God, I'm sorry, because they're sorry because they got caught. They don't want the pain.
Exactly.
But here, it's got to be something else. You can't just ask God for forgiveness. Your price have to be paid. So let me just explain it like this, and you guys, it'll make sense now.